what you'd see from our DLP HDTV cable cam, which you've enjoyed on Fox NFL coverage. And now we bring it to NASCAR. Watching leader Greg Biffle in the 16 try to put Michael Waltrip's Dodge a lap down.
Yeah, and not too far behind these cats is a blue car that's coming in a hurry.
Would that be the 2-car?
The Deuce. The blue Deuce. She's loose.
Just a few laps ago, he caught Tony Stewart in the 20 car, and it's almost like Tony said, hey, 50 laps in this race, he's that much faster than I am. I'm going to let him go.
He did, too. He just pulled down. And
Now, this morning, Stewart on NASCAR Race Day on Speed TV said one of his goals was to get his 5 bonus points for leading a lap early. If that's going to happen, Tony's got to pick it up.
This is about as spread out as I've seen cars this early in a race here. These guys are pretty much all the way around the racetrack, but there's a good gap between most of them. That's what you really try to do. You try to get a little space between you and the guy behind you so he doesn't run over you.
You know, a car that started up near the front, the 26 car, Jamie McMurray. Now remember, this is the old 97 group.
Biffle almost hit the wall in 2. Excuse me, Larry, but he went way up the hill. He may have a tire.
He's in trouble.
He's
in trouble.
Got a tire down. He's coming to pit road.
Come on around. You ain't got to come down this pit road. Just keep coming to turn 2.
It's got a right rear. Well, I don't know. Looks like a right front.
Right front, guys.
Right front.
Now he's pitting at the very end of the backstretch pits. Remember, under green, we've been talking about it. You only have to use the 1 pit road. He'll enter turn 2, exit at turn 3.
See if we can see what happens. See if any sparks, dust, or anything flies out of her. Bam! Yeah, don't see any sparks, but he just
definitely went up and kissed that wall with the right rear, though.
And where he hit the wall, he could not get down to pit road to enter in turn 2, so he had to make that extra lap.
Now this is a little bit tougher tire than they ran here last year. A little bit harder compound. They were expecting no tire problems. The same tire they ran at Las Vegas, but Dick, he's got a right front down. Looks like.
Yeah, he sure did. Right front damage as well, narrow. Not terribly serious damage, but having to get out of the lead like that with a flat tire, that's a serious problem.
And that created an opportunity for Tony Stewart, and he has gone to the lead as now Kurt Busch has slowed.
And he's coming to pit road.
Nice and easy. 3,600.
Now he's pitting on the front stretch, so he enters at turn 4 under green.
Penalty for Greg Biffle. He was too fast entering pit road, and the electronic speeding police wrote him a ticket. Here's Matt.
Possible right rear down on the 2 of Kurt Busch. Going to work on the right side, already completed. Right side tires only.
Let's show you what happened to Kurt Busch. So 2 of the top 3 have had trouble in quick succession here.
Into turn 3 right there, and oh yeah, they see the right rear step out right away. He knows he's got a problem, and here's Stewart to the lead, gets his 5 bonus points. Thank you very much.
Mission accomplished for Tony Stewart. So Stewart now leads Matt Kenseth by a little more than half a second. Carl Edwards third, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin are the new top 5. Things change so quickly here.
So 64 laps in this race, we've had 3 of our top 9 starters have a tire problem already. Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Kurt Busch in the 2, and now Greg Biffle in the 16.
Now Biffle's problem put Michael Waltrip, who we're riding with, back on the lead lap. But Stewart is there trying to put Waltrip 1 lap down. Matt Kenseth, new colors for Kenseth this week. There's the USG car in blue and white with red. Trying to close in on Tony Stewart as Stewart battles Waltrip with David Stremme just ahead.
Well, you just see what an advantage it is to be able to run on the bottom of the racetrack. You see how Tony just shot by Michael right through the middle of the corner.
Darryl, you talked about this car right here in the pre-race. Jeff Gordon in that 24 car. Yeah, he has moved up because people are having problems, but he's also moved up because he's got a good race car. He's up to the 4th position, running behind his teammate Jimmy Johnson in the 48, who had that tire problem at the start of the race. Johnson right now is 2 laps down back in 40th.
Yeah, if you want to hedge your bet, bet on him.
Matt has the tire that came off Kurt Busch's car.
Roy McCauley and the 2 team, Mike, they've already looked at the tire. This is the right rear. You can see they've 2 circled it. The gap
right there. So he obviously has run over some kind of debris on the racetrack. Still having issues also with the radio. That's why they weren't sure whether they're going to go with a 4-tire stop or a 2-tire stop. To Nick Bergman.
And this is the tire that came off the right front of Greg Biffle's car. That's a cut.
Something is cutting the tires. And I don't think it's debris.
Stewart now by 0.8 of a second over Matt Kenseth, and Kenseth has his teammate Carl Edwards right with him, and Jeff Gordon coming fast.
The reason I say that is because I think the 9 car now has a problem. Something happened there. Maybe the 00 bottled him up, but the track has a lot of places in it that the concrete has got very, very thin.
Kyle Petty, turn 2.
Caution is out.
And not a moment too soon.
Boy, we needed that, I think, just to regroup here.
Hermie Sadler backed up that group of cars. He was being black flagged. NASCAR wanted to see him on pit road. The Aaron's 00. There's Hermie, the older of the 2 brothers from Virginia.
When you're off the pace here, or your car's driving bad, you can't get out of the way.
Nope.
There's nowhere to go. No place to hide.
If you try to go high and let them go by on the inside, you pick up all that rubber and trash on your tires. Then you can't drive your car. Then you can't even get out of the way. So the only place you can do is right around the bottom, and then you're right in the groove.
Kyle Petty, a single car spin, somewhat of a rarity here at Bristol. And David Stremme will be recipient of the free pass.
And there's no question that all of our lead lap cars will be to pit road here at lap 73. 4 tires full of fuel and major adjustments.
Matt Kenseth and the Robbie Reiser-led crew. Here's Dick.
Jeff Gordon started in the 11th position. He has worked his way up to the 4th position. However, the car is loose under throttle, which they're going to try to adjust with air pressure. JD.
Well, the 99 Carl Edwards, a little loose. Car pretty good, though. It is getting better. They're going to air pressure adjust the left side tires only. That will help him on the short runs. Carl coming on the radio saying, I think I am better than and faster than that 17 car. Matt?
Leader Tony Stewart, by virtue of car room points from last year, started on the pole. Also got the first pit stall with his selection. Now Stewart says the car starts out loose, then goes tight. Gerald Shires, the tire specialist with the team, made an air pressure adjustment after Zippy and the engineers talked things over, and he is away.
Want to send a get well soon to Steve Burns, one of our NASCAR on Fox pit reporters, under the weather today. We've completed 74 laps in the Food City 500. 2 laps after the restart.